everyone, my name is Deckerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome to Echo!
Go!
Yay! Due to popular demand, I mean, like, seriously, y'all, this game has been requested over and over and over again! My God, Maggle! So, it just made the most sense. Like, I had a lot of options. I had an Anubis game, I had Sins in Paradise, you know, it's getting to be October season, I could have done IDEKA, Halloween, whatever the fuck, but just so many people for so long have been asking me to do this game, and I know Jake the Fennec now, formerly Jake Cosmic Wave 5, or as I called him, Jake the Cosmic Fuck, I know he's doing this game, and I haven't watched his playthrough of it deliberately because I knew I was going to be playing this, so I'm sorry. Let's figure out what in the fuck this is about. So it looks like we're all just a bunch of people chilling, just having a good time. It looks like it has almost a similar aesthetic to Lagoon Lounge, and the fact that it looks like it's on like a bay area. But I don't know. I don't know anything about this game other than it's in 0.2 version. 0.2! Holy shit, 0.2! Oh. So, let's see what this game is about, shall we? I knew you'd be back. You all come back eventually.
War never changes.
War never changes.
I'm sorry.
Why do you try to run away in the first place? It doesn't matter. Even though you're here, you're gonna try and run again. Just stop. Because just like this town, you're only moving in circles. Is this town like that restaurant and that used to be in Chicago that was on the circle? Like, oh, Jesus. Yeah, Mom, I brought it. No, I've got everything. No, TJ's with us. We picked him up yesterday. No, I did call you yesterday. There was no answer. Fine, yeah, I'll try more than once next time. So, of course they're clean. Listen, I'm driving right now, so... Yeah, so I shouldn't be on the phone, should I? I'm gonna hang up. Okay, love you too. Bye. I sigh and finally hang up the phone, dropping it on my lap. TJ, next to me in the passenger seat, stretches back and scratches behind his ear. Aw, that's cute. It's been a while since I've seen your mom. How is she? I shrug. Fine, I think. She wouldn't tell me if she wasn't, anyway. TJ taps a foot against the dashboard before yawning. Wow, feels like we've been driving for days. Normally, TJ wasn't one to whine, but the long drive was obviously getting to him. It was getting to all of us, honestly. I look over at him. We're almost there. Why don't you listen to some music or something? My phone's been dead for the past 2 hours. I didn't know it was going to take us 8 hours to get there. I sigh. Whether that dig was purposeful or not, I still feel a little embarrassed. I'll admit, I got us lost for a few hours. Route 93 is hard to find, even with a GPS. It's no wonder that Echo's in the state it's in. You should have brought a book. Those don't run out of batteries. They do if you have a nook. I don't have a point here. Okay. I look up into the rearview mirror and see Jenna hold a hefty book called Cognition. Cognition! TJ sighs. A lot of sighing. A lot of sighing happening in this car. All of my books are on my phone. Why don't you listen to the radio? TJ starts to reach for the dial. Don't bother. All we got out here is our Hicks stations. I have some music on my phone, though. Do you have an aux cable, Chase? In this clunker? No, but like I said, we're almost there. Just having the three of us here was a little awkward, unbalanced. I wonder if completing our little group will bring back that old chemistry. Thinking about seeing Carl, Flynn, and Leo again makes my heart skip a beat. Take exit 127 onto Flint Road. I jerk back into the present and press on the brakes as I swerve onto the exit ramp. Whoa! Sorry. Chase, come on, pay attention. TJ adds a little giggle to lighten the chastisement, but my face gets hot anyway. Hey, me and Jenna went 3 hours out of our way to pick you up from CCU. You could have taken the bus. No, I'm grateful. I'd just rather this not be the place I die. Ha ha! That's a vote of confidence if I've ever not. It's shitty passengering. We continue down Flint Road for about 15 minutes in silence while I avoid the ever-increasing number of potholes in the road. I think we're all a little nervous now as we get closer to our destination. Unsurprisingly, there isn't another car in sight. You guys excited? I look at my rearview mirror again and I see that Jenna's put down her book, staring out the window. I actually haven't given a whole lot of thought as to how I feel about the whole thing. Yeah, sure. I'm excited. I mean, my heart skipped a beat thinking about reuniting me with my old friends, so hell yeah, I feel excited. It'll be great to see everyone again. It's been way too long. I meant Echo. Are you excited to go back? Oh. I didn't really know how to answer that. Is excited the right word? It's sure as hell stressful. As long as we can go for a hike. I don't want to be sitting around in the motel all day. Well, it beats having a heat stroke in the desert. Are you seriously hiking the trail? Oh, come on, it'll be fun. At least I know Chase will come. TJ smiles at me, raising his brows. Not everyone can raise both their eyebrows, that's my point. It's too hard to say no to such an eager face, at least right now. Yeah, of course. Anyway, it sounds like you've only got the boys on your mind, Chase. Leo, maybe? Make a slight right onto Lake Emma Road. I ignored Jenna, pretending to be distracted with adjusting the GPS. A few more minutes of silence pass before Jenna speaks up again. So, this news thing you're making, what's it about exactly? I swerve a little to avoid another pothole. A news packet. If you remember, there was that one crazy thing that happened here in the 1920s. I read a little bit about it, and it's pretty fucked up. Come on, Chase, language. Just thought I'd do a little more digging. Honestly, though, I just need to make something that is good enough to pass with. Well, that sounds kind of fun. Are you gonna have enough time to hang out? I know Leo made some plans. This whole thing was Leo's idea, actually. When I told him that I'd be coming down to Echo for spring break, he suggested that we all use it as an excuse to have a reunion. He says it hasn't been the same since the three of us left. Yeah, I should. I just need some B-roll and shots of the old creepy locations. Shouldn't take too long. I catch a flash of blue and I see the lake to our right. The conversation dies down a bit, and pretty soon we're all lost in our own thoughts. Finally, we round a bend and I start to catch some glimpses of the town. The tall, rusted signs for the gas station and motel loom over the rest of the old community. Lake Emma Road merges onto Main Street, where the motel is at. Soon enough, we're turning into the parking lot. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Shady motel as fuck. There are only a few other cars in the parking lot. I park in the closest spot to the door and switch off the ignition, relieved to be done with the driving. I sit back for a moment, rubbing my eyes. Hope you're grateful, TJ. I never want to drive that long again. Thanks, Chase. TJ hops out of the car, clearly happy to be out. Oh, Jesus. Well, this isn't a bad art style. That just caught me off guard. I had no idea who I was voicing. Ugh. TJ puts his paws out and stretches out from his toes to his ear tufts, and I hear a few cracks. Gosh, it feels good to be out of there. I smile as I follow him out and stretch as well, though less flamboyantly. It's good to see TJ reverting back to his old cheerful self. Oh, look at you, Sass Factory. Alright, I made reservations, so I'll check us in. You boys want to bring in our stuff? Sure. Me and TJ head around to the truck of the car, getting our bags and camera equipment while Jenna heads inside. Oh my God! Oh, Jesus. This is Motel Digs at best. Oh my... God damn. I'm pleasantly surprised. Well, it's a bit musty. The room is spacious and generally clean. A lot more than I was expecting from a town like Echo. Although I've lived in this town for most of my life, I've never actually been in the motel. Hey, this is nice. And 2 double beds? Yeah, I thought I'd get one of the nicer rooms, since everything here is dirt cheap. TJ sets down his bags on the bed. So I guess this will be me and Chase's bed? Jenna can have her own, obviously. That's nice of you, TJ. Anyway, here are your key cards. She hands us both our key cards, which I slip into my back pocket. So, where are we gonna eat? I'm starving. My stomach grumbles. We haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's late afternoon at this point. I pull out my phone, checking over my text with Leo. Leo says he's gonna get us some sandwiches from the diner. Did you tell... Yes, I told him to substitute the bread with lettuce for yours, TJ. Nice. Alright, well, I've texted everyone that we're here. Let's at least unpack. It's gonna get crowded, and I don't want all of our stuff in the way. And a half hour later, and we've got our stuff... This is clearly a different room! This is a way different room. Oh my god. Half an hour later, and we've got our stuff packed away in the hotel drawers. Now I'm sitting on the bed, toying with my camera equipment while TJ watches TV and Jenna organizes her schoolwork. You know you're on vacation, right? And didn't you already get into grad school? You should relax. That's exactly why I need to be keeping up. There's a knock at the door, and being the closest, I get up to answer it. I'll get it. I look through the peephole excitedly and see a beanie cap with a pair of some familiar horns poking through it. I grin as I unlock the door and swing it open. Oh, hey, look at you! This is Carl. Chase! I slap paws with him and pull him into a hug. And immediately get a whiff of the pungent scent of pot. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God, my life, though.
You're not a pothead.
No, but I have a lot of friends who are. Like, Christ, half of my high school just smelled like pot all the time. Like,
same, dude.
hey, buddy, nice to... Oh, all right.
It's like you go for a hug and it's just like a cloud comes off of a...
Right? You just
like Pigpen with fucking pot.
You pat their clothes and it's just like...
Like dusty clothes out of grandma's attic. Whoosh, whoosh. Despite that, his embrace is warm and plush, and his belly squishes against my body like a pillow through his jacket. There's an underlying sturdiness, though, and I feel his biceps bulge on my shoulders. Has he been working out? I put my paws on his shoulders and push him back, looking him over. He's changed a bit since I last seen him. He's definitely bulkier, and the fur on his face is a bit shaggier. His eyes are a little red, and his expression is a little glazed, like he's daydreaming about someplace away from here. Still getting blazed, huh? You know it. His jokey nature drops a bit as he gives me a genuine smile. It's good to see you again. I feel warm inside as I smile back. You too. Is that Carl I hear? Carl and I step back into the room, and the ram remaining slouched as we do. Hey, Jenna. Carl, how have you been? Not bad, just living life like I'm a bee. Like, what? It sounded like he was going to start singing the lyrics to a song, but he trails off as we all look up at him expectantly. He just smiles back. Huh? Hey, is that TJ? Hi! Though he's smiling happily, TJ is outright crinkling his nose. Still up to your old habits, huh? Carl shrugs. I'm starting to remember that it's something he does a lot, and it's his answer to almost everything. He gets quiet for a moment, then I clap my paws together. So, what have you been up to, Carl? You're not online that often. Carl shrugs. Oh, you know, just hanging out. Must be kind of boring, considering it's Echo. Not going outside helps. You been able to find a job? I know they closed the old corner market that you used to work at. Yeah, it's been kind of hard since pretty much everything's closing around here. On top of that, I still have a car that can get me to Peyton. Ugh, that's right. You crashed the one your parents got you. TJ's grinning sympathetically, but Carl hunches further into himself, looking sulky. Man, don't kill my vibe. What about school? Been thinking about going back? Not really, maybe. Carl's starting to lose that faraway look as he narrows his eyes. You should! You went for what, a semester? That's not really enough time to tell if you're really cut out for college. Classes get easier to handle once you get used to it. Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly the schoolwork that was the problem. You could try smoking less weed, that might help. What? What was it? Was I set up for an intervention or something? Carl looks over at me as if asking for help. Hey, don't look at me. I had to deal with them for the past 10 hours. Yeah, I guess I forgot how naggy they can be. That's because we care about you, Carl. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Chase has been missing you ever since you left school. Carl and I were in the same class throughout school. As a result, we entered college together. We even roomed together for that one semester, which was a lot of fun. Of course I had missed him. Carl seems pretty eager to get off the topic, though. Speaking of school, didn't you get accepted into Weston, Jenna? Yep, going into experimental psych. I start in the fall. That's pretty cool. Congrats. Carl turns back to me. And you're into journalism, right? He looks over the equipment, looking confused. What's all this? Oh, yeah, one of the reasons why I'm out here. I'm doing a news segment on Echo. Sounds like the feel-good movie of the year, Chase. That's what you get out of the feel-good town of the century, Carl. Yeah. Carl scratches his muzzle before turning to TJ. And you're doing what again? Sports? Something? Bible Olympics? Athletic training, but yes, it's a Christian school. Carl gives a thumbs up. Super. So are we gonna eat? I'm hungry as hell. Hell is a little extreme there, Carl. Not even you can be that hungry. Sure. Where's Leo? He's bringing the sandwiches, right? He actually just texted me that he's here. He was picking up Flynn. So we're all gonna be here, just like old times. TJ almost looks like that little kid Lynx again, his ears twitching around with excitement. Oh, there they are. I grip the bread spread and watch as Carl moves around the corner and to open the door. I hear it open, followed by the distinctive, deep, brassy voice of Lynn. Deep, brassy voice. Okay, I can do that. Alright, bring on Flynn. Hi, why you get the door
Oh, you seem to have fucked up.
Oh, do you like my parasol? I can do it lower. Oh. Hey, why you get in the door, fatty? You get my sandwiches, dick face. I've got the munchies like a mother. Where are they? Leo has them. Here he is. Fuck, I don't know what Leo looks like. I don't know what the fuck. I'll just do Spencer voice, just in case. Hey, they're all in there. Hey, they're all in there? My heart skips a beat and my tail thumps the bed as I hear Leo's high baritone. Damn it! High baritone. That's like my normal talking voice, high baritone. There's some bustling before they start coming around the corner, bringing me face to face with the rest of my childhood friends. Oh, Jesus. Fucking Flynn, dude. He looks scary as shit. Oh, god damn. Flynn comes first slinking in casually, his posture loose and relaxed, slouching. Unlike Carl, though, his slouch makes him look like he just doesn't give a fuck, as opposed to just trying to make himself seem smaller. He wasn't a shy guy, as evidenced by his open shirt. And who you callin' a dick face? Flynn knocks Carl in the head, which makes a loud thunking sound. I actually enjoyed that thunking sound of someone getting hit in the head. Is that weird? It's probably weird. I probably shouldn't say that on the internet. But Carl just grins throughout. Hey, Jenna, DJ, Chase. He nods to the rest of us in turn, rubbing his knuckles. Immediately following him, his arms wrapped around two big brown paper bags, is Leo. He smiles over the tops of his bags, sweeping the room with his eyes along his tall rectangular ears. He pauses on Jenna, then TJ, before finding me. His face immediately breaks into a full-on grin as he walks over to the bed I'm sitting on, setting down the bags. As he comes to a stop in front of me, I reach out my paw to slap his as like I did with Carl. Instead, he grabs it to yank me up into a tight bear hug, nearly squeezing the air out of me. Chase! Man, I missed you. Just like Carl, it seems like Leo's gotten bigger and stronger. He lifted me up without even trying. The tension I've been feeling in my chest melts away like an ice cube on an echo sidewalk. Oh, everything's fine. All that worry about how he was going to react was for nothing. The hug is lasting kind of long, though. I feel everyone else looking at us. And just like that, he forgets we exist. Leo finally does pull back, then smacking me on the shoulder before turning to greet Jenna and TJ. I shakily sit back down, feeling a whole lot better now that the introductions are out of the way. Fuck, leave Carl in a room for 5 seconds, it smells like a goddamn skunk sauna. The weed is just oozing out of your pores at this point. Flynn theatrical plugs his nostrils, and as he pulls the window open a crack. Carl rolls his eyes, slouching further and jamming his paws into his pockets. Oh, shut up. I think everyone here agrees that my smell is a lot better than your shedding. Nothing like leaving a big pile of lizard dust on the couch for the next person. And by the way, dude, that skunk comment was speciesist. And that lizard comment wasn't? Flynn turns to me while at the same time fanning air from the outside with his hand. What's worse, Chase? Carl's smell or my dusting off? Dusting off, that's not a thing. Try saying white flakes that chip off me with every step I take, except when I scratch my ass, then it's like a fucking blizzard of dead skin. And some of it might land in your mouth. That's what you should call it. Hey, you furballs do it too, it's just less noticeable. Either way, it's hot in here. Aren't you cold-blooded? Someone turned down the goddamn thermostat. Somebody turned down your language. Haha. TJ says it to him like a cheerful kindergarten teacher pep-talking a student into using his words. They stare at each other for about 5 seconds, Flynn's expression like a stone, while TJ slowly loses his smile. Well, Jesus butt-fucking Christ, I'll be sure to watch that. Flynn! TJ actually looks pretty outraged, but Flynn just reaches out and yanks him into a chokehold, which the much shorter Lynx easily is dwarfed by the lizard. Shut up, you priss, I'm just kidding. There was this famous wrestling travel story. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I don't remember who it was, but it was someone who was this self-professed Christian, but they were also like a partier, not so holy that they were. But they were traveling, and Steve Austin was in the back, and the guy was in the passenger seat. And Steve was telling the story, and he likes to drop the goddamn all just out, and goddamn this, and goddamn that, and all this other stuff. And you could just see the guy in the front's face just slowly turning red, and then finally, after like an hour, he just turns around and is like, Steve! Don't say the fucking Lord's name in vain, or something like that. And Steve just totally just like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I didn't know that you were that, all this other stuff, I apologize. And the guy is just like, slowly calming down, he's like, okay, thank you for apologizing. You're goddamn welcome. The guy's like, you son of a... And eventually they just get so mad that they start just laughing about how mad they are. It's so funny. I guess TJ thought he'd get some respect now that we're all adults. Hey, ow! You still said it. Normally I might step in to help, but it's been a while since I've seen Flynn or TJ to go at it. It's just too funny to stop. Look, no lightning. Look, no lightning. What? What does no lightning mean? So much for your almighty goof. Oh, Jesus. That was an anti-God comment. Jesus. Right after my goddamn story. TJ jabs his elbow into Flynn's stomach, doubling the lizard over in a second. Ha! See, God works in a mysterious way. Ah! Flynn reaches up and grabs at one of the tufts of TJ's ears and yanks, earning a yowl from the feline. Foul! Stop! Foul! Species features! Species features was something we made up to make our little tussles a little more fair. It involved any physical difference between our species that might pose a disadvantage, like my tail, Jenna's ears, or TJ's ear tufts. Carl was especially keen on it. Being a ram, his horns were often used as leverage against him. TJ, come get your sandwich. TJ finally yanks himself out of Flynn's grasp, smoothing down his fur as he tries to look as dignified as possible. Well, I can see some things haven't changed. With that, TJ walks over to the table and gets his food. I can't help but laugh. I think TJ won that one by technicality. Or did he? He might have fouled too. Flynn's got a soft lizard belly. Flynn snorts, rubbing his stomach. Don't even try to tell me about soft, asshole. It looks like you swallowed a beach ball. Speaking of which, food. Jesus. We all pass the bags around to get our food. A chicken sandwich for Jenna and TJ, roast beef for me and Leo, and 3 large veggie burgers that almost take up their own bag for Carl. Flynn, as usual, isn't eating anything. I think it's a lizard thing. I keep my seat on my bed as I unwrap the foil around my sandwich. The smell wafts up from the beef, making my mouth water and bringing some memories up with it. We'd all spent many nights at the old diner. I can remember the night me and Carl graduated. Leo took us all straight from Peyton High to the diner, skipping out on the all-night graduation party and for sandwiches and milkshakes. I took a huge bite, and a yellow bell paper slips out on the other end, landing back in the foil. Whoa, slow down, you're gonna choke. Suddenly, almost falling over to the side as someone heavy plants itself next to me on the bed. I quickly grab a napkin and bring it to my muzzle, wiping away the grease. Hey, Leo. Leo chuckles at my embarrassment and unwraps his own sandwich. Sorry if the bread is a little soggy. Gurabo over here took his sweet time getting to the car. Hey, walk into the town hall, serious business. I don't have a family business I can just waltz out of like you. Hey, Flynn, I bet that I can eat this whole burger in 1 minute. Is that a fucking joke? Of course you can. Yeah, but what about 2 burgers? Don't choke, Carl. I decided to keep the conversation on Leo's job, since that was the whole reason why we were here, that he's still here. Is the business still pretty good? Yes, Peyton's getting bigger, and so is the number of customers. I guess it's a good thing that your dad moved out of Echo, huh? For sure, the place is turning into a ghost town. It'd probably be another decade or 2. By the same standards, by some standards, it already is. Taking another bite of my sandwich, biting right into another bell pepper. I'd forgotten how good the diner food is. I noticed TJ is sitting next to Jenna at the table, picking unhappily at his lettuce-wrapped chicken. Jenna seems to as well as she leans towards him. What's wrong, TJ? Just never mind, it doesn't matter. Well, we'll find out what's wrong in the next episode. Thank y'all very much for watching this first episode of Echo. Seems interesting, like an ensemble thing. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in this game, but we'll see. But anyway, we will continue in the next one, but until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained unprofessional speaking for the voices in my head and the squeak. When I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone! You didn't do it. I was waiting. I give you something, but I take it away. You hoe!